Hey everyone, I'm back, and I just watched one of the best movies in a while, and I think one of the best sci-fi movies that I've ever seen. And this movie was Project Hail Mary, which I had no idea about. I didn't even know it was coming out. I knew nothing about it. I did not read the book. I did not watch the trailer, and I did not look up reviews. I just checked to see what movies were playing in the theater. I saw this one. I saw the rating for it, and I thought, let me go give it a shot because it looked like it would be something similar to Interstellar or just other sci-fi movies that I've seen before. But it was so much different than that, and it exceeded whatever little expectations that I had. And I went into the theater and I watched it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was just such a heartwarming movie. It was hilarious, and it was also emotional at times, and it was just such a fun and enjoyable experience. The storyline and the characters were just so well done, and it was just captivating right from the start, like right from the opening scene. So I won't get into too many spoilers, but right from the opening scene, we see that Ryan Gosling, who plays Ryland Grace in the movie, who's a scientist, he wakes up on this spaceship and he realizes that the rest of his crew members are dead. And he can't really remember much of what happened and how he ended up there because he was in an induced coma in order to be able to travel up there in the first place. And while he's up there and trying to figure things out, he comes across this other ship and he meets this alien who he names Rocky based on what the alien says his name is in his own language, and also based on the fact that he looks like a bunch of rocks that makes up this like cute spider looking body shape, and so he calls him Rocky.
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock. A rock. A rock.
And they become best friends, and their friendship is just so wholesome, and they have such good chemistry, and that's what really carries this whole movie. Their relationship is one of the sweetest I've ever seen in a sci-fi movie, and maybe because I just was not expecting it at all, it was just such a nice surprise. Don't get me wrong, I love regular sci-fi movies. Like Interstellar was one of my favorite movies of all time, but this movie, it was more of a story of friendship, a story of Ryland Grace's life and his and Rocky's friendship that formed because of both of their situations, which were very similar. And I think this will go down as one of the sweetest friendship stories in the sci-fi world because the emotional aspect of it is just so strong, and I think that it was just so captivating for anyone that watched it. And I won't ruin the rest of it, but it was just such a good movie from start to finish, and the storyline was just so well written. Both Grace and Rocky were facing similar issues with their planets, and they were both using science to solve it, but they had two different understandings of science, two different scientific ways of reasoning, and two separate laws of physics. And it was just so cool to see them come together and put these different ideas together to solve a pretty similar issue to save both of their planets. And it was just such a fun adventure to watch, even though there wasn't much action in this movie besides a few scenes here and there. But it was just the fact that they were using science to solve this common issue together. And the trial and error and the problem solving was exciting enough. And then their lovely friendship and the genuinely hilarious humor just carried the movie. And it was just like entertaining from start to finish. I had zero issues with this movie. Honestly, I don't really have any critiques of it. The cinematography was just amazing. The music was so captivating, and I just sat there and just had goosebumps the entire time. The music just fit the movie so well, and it actually made you feel the emotions that they wanted you to feel. The visuals were really cool, and again, everything just looked so clear and crisp and realistic. It was just so cool to watch. And the acting was just so on point. Ryan Gosling did such a great job in this role, And, you know, I'm used to seeing him act in a lot of rom-coms and movies where he's just playing like one type of character, but this was just super different for him, but he still kept like that humorous aspect to his character, and he just played the role so well. And I mean, the humor is what I really liked about the movie. That was one of my favorite parts about it. The jokes between Grace and Rocky were just so funny, genuinely funny. And because I became so attached to the characters and their friendship, my eyes were just filled with tears at so many points in the movie too. Like, it just made you feel so many emotions, and that to me is a very effective movie. I was really rooting for these characters, and so anytime that they were in danger, they were about to get split up and have to leave each other, I was just so sad about it. I just felt every emotion, and that was just because the story was just great. And you know, I just always say this. You guys know that I say this in every video. I like to watch movies without having a lot of information about them. I don't like seeing reviews, and I don't like having prior expectations. I like to go into the theater and be neutral and just enjoy the movie for what it is. And I was able to do that with this one, and I'm so grateful that I was, because I was surprisingly blown away by this. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this movie. I mean, it was just such a fun experience, and I would recommend that you go out and watch it, or at least watch it at home. I can see myself watching this movie another time, maybe a few more times. Maybe in a few years I'll go back and rewatch it again. It was just that good. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and leave me a comment and let me know what you guys think about the movie if you've watched it. And if you want to, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate the support. And until next time, thanks for watching.